welcome back, race fans. Hopefully everybody had a happy Easter last Sunday. We was off with the Nascar Dave Bush Sim Race Lease Cup Series, but we are back here tonight at California, Fontana Auto Club, whatever you want to call it. It's the exact same track, and I know real-life drivers are definitely going to miss this track. I know I sure will. One of my favorite 2-mile tracks. Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, Will Roberts joining me again here tonight. Will, glad to have you as always. Of course, off last week, but, we got to get back into the action this week. And you got some insight out of Auto Club. Let's kind of hear what your thoughts. I've got my thoughts on it here tonight. But let's kind of start with you, buddy. How you feeling? And, man, what do you expect?
Well, I kind of expect a bit of a slick track if the track starts to heat up a little bit more than what it already is now, the track temp. Just at 105 currently, but it can always heat up. It can get slicker on these corner exits. Basically, gonna have to drive this track like how you would Homestead in these Gen 7 Cup cars, right? Except this track doesn't have the banking like Michigan or Homestead per se. So, but it does have the lanes. You have plenty of room here. If you don't, then maybe this track most certainly isn't for you yet. But Auto Club, very, very spacious, very roomy, like we can see here. And like I said, this is going to be a handful because once you get some life on the tires, trying to just let it roll through the corner, picking it back up the throttle to carry you back down the straightaways. So it could just be, once they get racing really tight, on these starts, the initial start and the restarts could be seen racing like a Richmond. You know how Richmond's a very small D-shaped oval. Well, Auto Club's a D-shaped oval because the front straightaway you're not so straight, right? You're at a slight curve, so you could see some side draft go wrong on the front and back straightaways like you do at Daytona and Talladega, like you were talking about, Joshua.
Yeah, and, you're going to see a lot of different style of racing out here, too. You're going to see 2-wide, 3-wide, 4-wide, possibly even 5-wide. We've seen that already. My brother called a race with me, and they went, I think it was 5 or 6 wide at Michigan. So Michigan and Auto Club, very similar in a way of how it races. But, in the speeds, I think Auto Club, though, is just a little bit faster than Michigan. Now, with that being said, we do have that race analytics pulled up here, Will. The little to no wind out there, 1 to 3 miles an hour, so I don't think they're going to be dealing. I don't think that's going to be the problem. That track temp has come up some from 103 to 105, and I do expect it to kind of mosey on up just a little bit more. Now, 200 miles. They are pulling the 100 laps out here tonight. So you're looking at a stage here. They can't go the distance for the stage either. Wide at 45, and then when they hit the line to take 46, that is when the stage, the one and only that they do, that's when it will end. 4 sets of tires, 75% fuel, 30 to 35 laps roughly is your fuel window. Not 100% fuel load, so they will have to pit guaranteed before the stage. 55-mile-an-hour pit road, and when you're doing close to, 195, roughly 200 miles an hour, you've got to get it woed down enough, to get it safely on pit road at 55. Now, 70-mile-an-hour pace speed here tonight. Let's hope we don't see too much of that pace car here this evening. Taking a look here at our point standings coming into tonight. Joseph Kelsey up in the top spot now at 185. Ryan Messer up a spot as well into second at 172. He's only 13 behind Joseph. Michael Yarrow up a spot into third at 151, 34 behind the leader and 21 behind Ryan. Zach Deuscher down 2 into fourth at 148, 37 behind the leader and 3 behind Michael. Chris Paff is going to stay where he's at in fifth at 142, 43 behind the leader and 6 behind Zach. Jeff Gilmore up a spot into sixth at 140, 45 behind the leader and 2 behind Chris. Now, Gary Slapinski and Kyle Munson tied for the 7th spot. Gary up 4, Kyle up 1 at 136, 49 behind the leader, but only 4 behind Jeff. Zachary Rogic down 3 into 9th at 129, 56 behind the leader and 7 behind Munson and Slapinski. Art Mullane, he's going to be down a spot here, tied with Austin Sailors, who is up 3. Tied at 14th at 117, 68 behind the leader, but only 12 behind Rogic. Jason Adams up a spot into 12th at 115, 70 behind the leader and 2 behind Sailors and Milne. Brandon Hartwell up 5 spots from 2 weeks ago into 13th at 111, 74 behind the leader and 4 behind Jason. Keith Hurlbutt down 2 into 14th at 107, 78 behind the leader and 4 behind Brandon Gomez. Mark Koshik up 2 into 15th at 96, 89 behind the leader and 11 behind Keith. Kyle Heath, he's going to be down 7 spots from 2 weeks ago into 16th at 93. 92 behind the leader and 3 behind Gomez. Brandon Sheets up 3 into 17th at 91, 94 behind the leader and 2 behind Kyle. And Robbie Stewart up 4 to 18th at 81, 104 behind the leader and 10 behind Sheets. And Brian Bartlett and Merrick Watchorn, Brian up 2 and Merrick down 4. They are tied for that 19th and 20th spot, give or take, at 78 points, 107 behind the leader and 3 behind Robbie Stewart. A lot of racing to go still yet this season, Will, so it's by far not over with. But, you know, we're going to go ahead and step away and play the national anthem and get ready, of course, for qualifying and everything here in about 15 seconds. So hang tight, folks. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, just that star, spangled banner again, wave for the land of the brave, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, we are back and qualifying is underway. Coming down to the wires, though, here tonight, under a minute left. Zachary Rongich right now up in the top position. They only get 2 laps. It looks like 14 drivers have put in a lap here. Kevin Roy, Byron Bartlett, Gary Wright, Robert Chiswick, Terry DeGay, Kyle Munson, Jim Coleman, Sperger, Brandon Hartwell, and Gomez have yet to come out. I don't believe they will. It looks like, however, though, Zachary Rongich is going to hang on to that top position here tonight and grab the pole here at Auto Club. The final, well, 12 seconds here, folks. So we can, I guess, go ahead and get him down here real quick. Zachary Rongich, bud, got a copy there, bud?
10-4.
Hey, man, well, you're going to grab the pole out here tonight at Auto Club in the number 38. Well, this track is wide. It is fast. And, of course, no fast repairs. You know, you get damage here, but it could definitely cost you. But how do you keep from staying away from the mayhem that can ensue down there? And how do you bring it home into victory lane?
Just got to stay up front.
Got to stay out front. That's it. Just stay out front.
Yeah, it gets crazy back there. But, no, just manage the tires. I mean, I'm going to just run my pace and let people go, let them come back to me, whatever it is. I'm just going to be patient. Yeah, excited.
Yes, yeah.
First pole. First time I got to talk to you guys. Geez, been a long time coming.
Yeah.
But,
Yes, congratulations, Zachary.
yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, good luck down there, buddy. I see everybody is starting to gird up here, so we're not going to keep you. Get concentration level. And, Zach, congratulations, on the pole here tonight. And remember, you can't win it on the first lap, but, Bull, you could definitely lose it.
Be good. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Y'all have fun up there.
You too, bud. All right, we'll get him back up there. We're going to go ahead and get him on the grid here tonight. The MaxspeedTV starting grid. Rongich grabbing the pole with a 44.66. Congratulations again to Zachary on the pole. Michael Yallrowe going to start on the outside of him in second. Jeff Gilmore in that third position. Zach Deuscher in fourth. Chris Paff fifth. Austin Sailors in sixth. Larry Blair, 7th. Rick Adams in 8th. Keith Hurlbut, 9th. And Ryan Messer, 10th. Jason Cavaney there in 11th. Philip Bridgman, 12th. Art Mullane, there in 13th. Robbie Darnell, 14th. Brandon Hartwell, 15th. Kyle Munson, 16th. Byron Bartlett, 17th. Terry DeGay, 18th. Kevin Roy, 19th. And Jim Coleman Sperger in 20th. Gomez there at 21st. Robert Chiswick, 22nd. And Gary Wright going to round it out here in 23rd. So it looks like Eric W. out there. My brother, he's got his pick out there here tonight. We didn't make our picks. I'm just hoping for a good race. But he has picked Chris Paff out here tonight, and you know, that is one of those drivers, you know, will each and every week you have got to watch, because at some point or another, you know, even though he finds himself at 5th right now, at some point he's going to find his way, you know, 1, 2, 3, maybe even, you know, grabbing a podium or a win. So that 22 is a driver to watch every week.
Yes, Chris is a very consistent, I would say, top 5, top 6 contender driver. You know, depending, I would say, pretty much at 75% of the tracks, you know, we go to, he is up in the top 5, top 4, like you talked about, contending for those podium positions.
Yep.
And that's exactly where you want to be come time to for the checkered flag, of course. But just sometimes you get caught up in a lot of incidences out of your own making, and that sometimes happens to Chris. Getting ready to go green here. Everybody's doubled up. Pace car lights are off, Joshua, as they are coming out of turn number 4.
Yes, they are. Pace car is off and away for the first time to the safety of pit road and into the Geico start zone here tonight. Rogic green is out. Everybody on the loud hammer. Boogity, 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 folks. We are racing here tonight at Auto Club. Eric W. out there just randomly picking somebody, and he said whoever qualified 13th, well, that would be Art. So that is his pick here tonight. That's a good way to do it, you know. Already somebody into the wall. 5, Philip Bridgman. Are we not going to have a yellow? Yep, there it is. Oh, not what we want to see here early on, Will. Ugh.
Yes, 3 wide situation coming up out of turn number 2 here on the initial start, it looks like.
Yeah, Rick Adams.
And it's going to narrow up.
Uh-oh. Oh, forgot to put F12. Well, here we go. Already making boo-boos here tonight. I blame it on me. I'm not fully awake yet. So coming out of 2 and... Ooh.
It narrows up severely, but Jason has a bobble here. This is cold tires, you know, fresh tires, or could be tires that you qualified on, right, as well.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
all this aero disturbance, it almost like Philip, once it tightens on the corner exit of the 3 wide, you know, Larry has a bit of a tight moment. He has to walk it up about a half a lane. It just narrows up here on Phil, and all that air, all the aero disturbance is what gets Philip's car. Maybe a bit of net coating, a little bit, no, just a bit of the aero disturbance here being so tight with 3 wide is what transpired there.
Yeah, Rick Adams just had nowhere to go, you know, and I don't know how. Whoa, and then even more contact.
Yeah, not sure.
Man.
Robbie got really close to contact, but not sure who that was. That I'm sure you're going to be determined to try to find who that was that Jason slapped.
Yeah, we're gonna rewind
because Robbie barely got by. I mean, it was like a notebook or maybe a cigarette paper. Okay, yeah, they do touch. Okay, most certainly touch.
Yeah, they do touch, and then Rick. Rick got a hold of Kyle Munson there. That's who it was.
I thought that's who it was. Just couldn't make it out for sure. So.
All right. Well, everybody on pit road here for the first time. Well, not everybody. It looks like the top 13 right now did not come down. But from Jim Coleman'sberger on back to Gomez there. Gomez sitting on pit road here. But from, like I said, Jim 14th all the way back to 23rd of Gomez, everybody come down pit road here, probably just to top off on fuel. Drivers that were involved in that incident probably getting some of that damage fixed. They have no fast repairs, so you gotta work hard to get that damage beat out. And Robbie Stewart out there rooting on Chris. That would be Chris Paff. That's the only Chris we have out here.
Chris has a whole squad cheering for him.
Yep.
So like we talked about at the top of the show, Fontana Auto Club Speedway, California, however you'd like to word it, like Joshua said, is a D-shaped oval, and that means that you know, your corner exit for the most part out of turn two normally is going to be a lot more narrower, and you're going to see drivers struggle mainly with that more so than you will see turn four. Turn four, it feels like it's everlasting because, like we talked about, the front straightaway still has a curve to it,
Yep.
and it's slightly banked at 11 degrees. So you're slightly inclined, and you probably have that wheel almost at the 10 o'clock angle, right? So the turns are 14 degrees, Joshua, so it's not like Michigan, where I believe Michigan has like just a few degrees more, but it is slightly more elevated, so you can run a wee bit faster at Michigan. But Auto Club, you know, it almost is like the Texas World Speedway, if you've ever seen that track. I think it was like 3 miles long, or just over 2.8 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh man, one heck of a track, but it was flat. Like that was its only downside. Like,
Yeah.
really, I guess. Like it wasn't banked like a Daytona or Talladega type track, but
All right.
it's now abandoned.
Yeah, that should be a track that they come and you know, make again. Well, pace car's off and away again. Come to lap number 5 here. First yellow of the evening and into the restart zone. And Zach on the loud pedal here tonight. Everybody on the loud pedal. We got a battle of the Zacks up here. Rogic and Neuscher. And already door banging up there for the lead. Ooh, I think Rogic might have got a little loose there.
Yeah, coming up through the gears, also maybe trying to get a better arc entry into turn 1 instead of being way downstairs like he was. 3 wide, further on back.
Yep.
Yarrow, Gilmore, and Pat. Yes.
Yep.
I'll split them out in a second.
He'll get in a minute. Austin Sailors. Oh, somebody's into the wall. That is the 14 of Terry DeGay doing a little bit of scrapage there. Kyle Munson coming down pit road here, or back down pit road, I should say. Looks like he's probably maybe has a little bit of damage on there from that first incident. But Rogic still leading the way with Neuscher. Now, oh, see Austin running up high. Now, we've seen only a few, you know, laps here, but we see different lines. You know, Austin is running what I call the Larson line, the wall line, and he's using every single bit of that top side of the track, as we see Neuscher doing a little bit of blinking there. Now, is Austin trying to save tires, even though, you know, this track, you know, has so much room?
That could be a possibility, either pouncing now with the fresh rubber. You know, it was only just a couple of laps, or not even a couple of laps. You know, we had the first caution coming right out of the second corner on the first lap. So just trying to be one of the first cars to venture up there, perhaps, or could be trying to work the tires in, or just maybe save them a tad bit, because if you were attacking or trying to diamond the track, you might be grading them a little bit more.
And we're still seeing, it looks like some of the other drivers have kind of moved up to the top side here too. I'm watching the 26 of Jason Cavaney here. He's kind of moved up a little bit too. You know, and I'm not saying that's where they're going to stay at throughout the whole race, but I think early on in a 100-lap race, that's probably the best spot to be at. You know, you might lose some positions for sure, but definitely going to be in the, I think, help you in the longer run of things. You know, you'll have that fresher, you know, set of tires, maybe even a set left for, you know, those dreadful late race incidents. We're looking at Philip Bridgman here all over the back of Art.
Yep, Philip on a drive back, you know, being involved in that 3-wide first lap incident there.
Uh-oh!
So,
Somebody hit the wall.
Kevin Roy?
No. Gary Wright.
Gary, that can be, like I just talked about, you feel like it's just never ending exit at a turn 4, but it does eventually end, and it leads you to the wall, especially when you're tucked up behind other cars in a battle pack. Oh, now he gets that sliding loose like we talked about, how it narrows up. So the best thing to do here at Auto Club whenever you start to need to is really start to back up your corner entry. And like I said, you almost have to drive it like Homestead.
Basically, boy, Austin's got some company here. Deutscher all over his tail. 16.
Yes, he's been passed now for second. He's dropped back to fourth, but
Three
working
wide.
a 3-wide battle.
Whoa, got a little
Messer.
tight. Whoa.
Most certainly.
Yep. Messer and Deutscher almost blamed Rongich for that one, but, you know, Rongich is ahead of these guys, so it wasn't his fault. I'm putting the blame on somebody that ain't nowhere even near him. I'm good at that. All right, so a bunch of people going out there for Chris. He's working that 6th spot here. Jason Cavity, Larry Blair, Michael Yarrow, Kyle Munson already out of the race here tonight, Will. And we just hit lap 12, so way too early for that.
Indeed, way too early for that. Maybe just too much extensional damage to just be repairing. Looked like the car might have been okay, but that was a tough hit that Jason, or was it Jason or Rick? One of the Adams, I think it was Jason, right, that came down and kind of slapped the side.
I think that was Rick Adams.
Okay, Rick. No relation though. They're not related, but.
All right, hang on just a second.
10-4. A good question would be to be asking aloud would be, you know, do these drivers think that they might be able to get one more caution, or do they think that caution was enough to just help them save enough to make it to the stage, which I don't think so. They would definitely need probably another caution break, but for the people that came down and topped off, you know, behind 13th place, they could possibly
All right, I'm back. Sorry about
make
that.
it. I was just posing the question to the fans while you were stepping away. So the drivers that stayed out, you know, the 13 drivers, everybody else came down, either had damage to repair or pitted, right? They might be able to go to the stage break, possibly by topping off, maybe, if they just kind of putt around and just kind of linger and wait. But the majority of the field, if not everybody's maybe hoping for another caution and not be said caution, right? So to get them to the stage break without having to lose too much time with live action green flag pit stops. But almost a 4-car breakaway. It's trying to be 6, but Gilmore and Cavany trying to stay attached to the toe up front. Messer has gotten himself into 2nd place around Deutscher and Austin.
All right. Yeah, just kind of watching it here. I'm in chat too. So I'm trying to do 900,000 things at once. But we got Will up here to take control.
Almost a single file progression now as far as down the straightaways. They're going to fan out and run their own lane. Battle's heating up for the lead, Joshua, trying to at least,
Yep.
if not for second on back. Rongich has done a decent job at the moment in this kind of short run here of maintaining the lead, but now pressure being applied, Messer going all the way downstairs. He's probably going to slide up on corner exit,
Yeah, just.
but he's not. I don't think he's going to be clear.
Oh,
No, he won't.
Let's see here, Ryan. No, he's not fully clear yet, but boy, he's trying, man.
What an attempt.
Oh, and now the 21 of Zach. Oh, Zach gave him a shove here, so we'll see here if maybe he's going to be able to get.
Zach's going to get arrow tight there.
Yep.
He had to plow up a couple of lanes. That's not going to be good. Austin's going to have a good toe now down the front straightaway, perhaps. What's Austin going to do with his run? He's going to go looking to the inside.
Austin, we know Austin from the time he started, or I have, from the time he started over here until now. Boy, he earned the nickname Slayers here by me and Will. So we're going to see here if he can slay it up here tonight. He started 6th. He's in 4th already. Still,
I think Austin was the second race back. I was with you. He showed up either the second or third race. I was back with you in the booth.
Yeah, I
last
think.
season.
Yeah, and he just tore it up.
Yeah.
All right.
In his debut, he got like top 5, didn't he, or third or fourth?
I believe so. Yeah, that's been a while back. I've slept since then. So.
Yeah. Many nights of sleep has passed us since then. Yes.
Yeah. All right, Larry.
Great battles further back.
Yeah, Larry.
Just beyond the top 5.
Jason and looks like Chris, Brandon Hartwell. I haven't seen the Hartwell fans out there yet. But yeah, Bub, that is Brett Cool. I've known Lacey since she was, met Brent and them here on our racing. Lacey was, golly, I have no idea. I know she was young, and I've talked to Brett and Lacey and Heather and all of them on the phone and everything. So great peoples right there, great peoples. Yeah, I knew she was young. So, go Larry, blinking. Oh, can't stay on Mr. Blair here. All right, so I'll have to get back here to Jason here.
It's a fierce battle right here for 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, and things are heating up just a little bit further ahead too. So. Spicy all the way around. This track really serves up some great racing, whether it be a day race, a night race,
Just racing overall, Auto Club's always a great track. Going back here to Robbie Darnell, and
he was swinging it through the corner.
Yeah, he was. But like I said, Auto Club's a great track. I don't know why in real life they are taking it from what it is, a 2-mile track, to a short track. To me, that's just
it's almost a crime.
And it should be. Maybe repave it, add some more seats. Don't destroy an iconic track. You already destroyed Atlanta when you repaved it.
Yeah, they reconfigured it, repaved it. Yes. Man, these guys keep trying to do slide jobs on each other. They keep looking downstairs. Like I said, Rongich has done an outstanding job, even being under pressure. Multiple drivers attempting to take the lead away, but at the moment just cannot quite take the reins away from Rongich.
Now, let's look back here on Rongich here. That would be looking, not wall cams.
Almost 3 wide for the lead, just about, but not quite. Rongich had outside momentum. You can see Messer going downstairs again. This time he's going to be clear for a moment.
Yeah.
What's Rongich going to do? Rongich going to give him a little bit of a shot, it looked like.
And it looks like Messer may just lead this lap. He will.
He does. So the top 6 kind of under a nice quilt blanket bed sheet, however you like to prefer it. Rongich way upstairs now, taking the lead. Oh, but he gets in the wall. He gets in the wall ever so slightly, able to have the car control to keep it up right alongside Messer. Ooh, that was a heart in mouth moment. Messer all the way down to the paint. He's going to hit the paint, walk it up the track a couple of lanes. These guys trying to give each other so much room, but like I said, it almost turned into racing at Richmond here at Auto Club. Like I talked about, the racing can be so intense and so close at times. You just forget how wide the track can be.
Yep, it's very wide here. I'm watching Michael Yarrow to the inside of Gilmore, who's on the outside here. Looks like Yarrow is going to overtake that spot. That's going to pull Gilmore, though, closer because you can get draft here, but you also get aero tight and everything else alongside of it. So you really got to choose your draft partner and your draft lap, very carefully.
Yes, you got to choose wisely how you work the air.
Yep.
So just a quarter into this race, only one caution from the first lap of asking, so they're still dogging it out up front, I tell you what.
Oh,
But
Phillip Richmond down pit road. Now we know they couldn't make it, so they are going to have to come down. 26 laps of the 100 here tonight. 26 laps completed of the 45-46 for the stage.
I wonder why Chris Praff is just in front of the race leaders. I wonder what happened to Chris.
Don't know. Oh, he pitted. He's only been out here 3 laps, so he has already
10-4.
pitted. Looks like Keith Hurlbutt has pitted, as well as Phillip Richmond. So we have had a couple of drivers come down pit road already for the one and only stop here early on before the stage.
And they were 3 wide for third position behind the front 2. Going through 3 and 4 that last time of asking.
Yep.
These guys, it looks like they're in a dogfight.
Looks like Gary Wright is also on pit road.
So now that Messer's gotten up in that high line, almost taken control of the race lead from Rongich in that clean air. Rongich been fighting, almost clawing to try to take the lead back away from Messer, but Messer just up here, able to navigate these entries ever so slightly better, also dumping that dirty air on Rongich just from being in the same lane.
And the thing about it is, Rongich has led 22 laps, and then Ryan coming, he's led 6 now. So, that dirty air is a problem. It can help you, but it could also hurt you too, because you're going to save a little bit of fuel behind somebody, but yet you're going to have to slow down a little bit more because of that dirty air. Whoa. And now that I say that, look at Rongich, look to the outside. Wow, it's going to make it interesting.
Yeah, he finally had enough momentum built up off the corner exit, and Messer left the window of opportunity open,
Whoa!
you'd have to say.
Messer got loose.
Is Brandon Hartwell on fresh tires, or is he up here?
Let's see here. Brandon Hartwell has been out here 30 laps.
Well, he's up here in 6th position. He's worked his way up here to be battling with this group. Yes, spit it out. Anyway, so here comes Hartwell.
He's up here with Sailors and Yarrow and Messer and Deutscher, Rongich, and Jeff Gilmore. Not too far back here in 7th. Larry Blair, Jason Cavaney, and Robbie Darnell rounding out our top 10 here. 45. Something's going on with the 45 here. Y'all, did he scrape the wall there a little bit?
He could have. Messer making his pit stop along with Hartwell.
Oh, we got drivers coming down, though. There comes Ryan Messer now. Oh, this is several drivers here. All right, well, hang on a minute. So we got Messer, Hartwell, Blair, Darnell, all down pit road here. But going about as far as they can, it looks like. Now, I would expect we're going to see some more drivers. Oops, somebody else scraping the wall there. Chris Paff. Yeah, he did. He pit about 8 laps ago. That, you know, you only got to pit once in this. Oh, somebody hit the wall there, and you have got to be kidding me. That was the 38 of Rogic. Ooh, not good.
It's like Messer will go a lap down, so will Hartwell, it looks like.
Yep. My brother out there, he don't like watching. He got so used to watching it live on iRacing, you know, loading in under the watch tab and watching it as it happens, that he can't seem to watch it now on YouTube because it lags behind him, you know, just a couple of seconds. Oh, man, you're killing me. All right. Well, looks like Austin and Zachary and Zach. So we got Zachary, Austin, Zach, Yallrow. That's the top 4. Jeff Gilmore here with Keith, who has already pitted. Where is Keith? There he is, right there in the Kansas City Chiefs 19. There is the 16 of Messer as well, and Brandon Hartwell. Of course, these guys have already pitted. It does look like Mr. Folger's man, Jim Comensberger, down and off and away. Looks like we're getting some cloud cover out there on the track, Will.
Indeed, so how will that affect or, you know, cool down, heat up the track? Doesn't look like it's going to stay long, though, man. That was a quick shade for a good millisecond. Love the new reactive weather that iRacing has incorporated into their sim.
Looks like Rogic has decided to come down pit road. Who's going to come behind him? That's going to be Kevin Roy coming behind him. Robert Chiswick? Yep.
Yes.
Looks like Chiswick's coming back down. So even that first round of pit stops, don't think they still had enough fuel to make it. Now remember, they only do 75% fuel, so, and big change from last season, that fast repair. None. Absolutely none this season. So if you've got a fast repair, you've done something highly illegal.
So could the undercut work in the favor of the drivers that pitted sooner rather than staying out later? Time will do tell in just a few moments whether that will be the case of being able to be able to comfortably get stage points this evening, or whether they're going to have to fight and struggle with these drivers that come out just a few laps later.
Yeah.
You know, iRacing normally tends to favor fresh tire life, but it also just depends if you can, like I talked about, if it's favoring, you know, short pitting or not.
All right, Neuscher, DeGay, off and away. Yallrow is coming down as well. And he has found his pit box here.
Austin bringing his 43 machine down pit road. So that caution helped him out a little bit to be able to go a little bit longer, maybe a lap or two longer than what they were originally going to do to begin with. So, like we talked about, there's still other cars that pitted the other time. I think Barlett is one of the last ones that we're going to have to see. Gilmore bringing his machine in.
Yeah, it looks like, yep, Gilmore and Sailors, Cavaney, Art. All right, lap 39 here. Hitting lap number 40 here pretty quickly. Yeah, he's not a doctor, but... Looks like Art is coming back out now. Lap number 40 officially here. Here in about 6 laps, we will be at the end of the stage. And it does look like, for the most part, everybody has pitted except for Byron Bartlett, who has been out here 37 laps. So he's going to have to come down here pretty quickly. And it looks like here, he is coming down now.
Yeah, you kind of expect at least 1 or 2 drivers to try to take it as far as they can, take it to the limit, as the Eagles would always say. So, you know, just you always expect 1, maybe 3 people to push it, but Byron seems to be one of the ones week to week. If it is long green flag running, one of the last pit takers. Sometimes he's one of the first, but normally he's one of the last.
All right, well, Chris Path not officially leading a lap yet, as he just got around Byron Bartlett there. But we do have a new leader in the 22 of Chris Path, with Michael Yarrow at a close second, Ryan Messer third, Zachary Rongich fourth, Austin Sailors fifth, Brandon Hartwell sixth, Zach Deutscher seventh, Jeff Gilmore at eighth, Larry Blair ninth, and Keith Hurlbut rounding out the top 10, and the 77 of Kevin Roy right on his bumper too. So a pretty close battle here between the 19 and the 77. You also have Robbie Darnell, and that is going to be with Robbie.
Gary Wright.
Yeah, Gary Wright there with him. Of course, Gary, unfortunately, a lap down right now. So, but still battling. Kevin Roy and Keith Hurlbut now doing some battling here. Another one of our next state buddies.
We only have about 3 laps to go in the stage. Does anybody have anything? Can Messer and Rongich, get up to the back of Path here in the closing laps of the stage? Is what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, well, they're trying to come up here. Now Rongich has caught the back bumper here of Ryan, but can Ryan and Zach catch the back bumper of the 22? So remember, white flag will be when they hit 45. They have to, Chris got loose out of 2. They have to complete lap 45 for the white flag. In a battle for second now between Messer and Rongich. That's going to help out Chris a little bit. I say that, and, well, I think Zachary with those fresher tires, though. Yeah, 3 wide. And Zachary goes way up top right in front of the 22 of Chris. That was scary.
It's turned into a Rongich and Messer battle at the moment. Coming to get the white flag for the stage down the back straightaway.
I don't think Chris took tires either. Chris was only on pit road for 6.3 seconds, so maybe he's got a game plan.
Yeah, he's trying to conserve a set of tires for sure from the sounds of everything. Like you talked about, who can do that the best of playing the strategy cards right to maybe if you need to have a set lane in the pits, have it.
Yep.
White
All right.
flag is out for the stage.
Yep, white is out. Of course, I had to hit it manually over here on ATVO. We're the only ones that see it, but I'm sure they're aware of the stage coming up here in a lap. Here in about 2 turns, actually. Can Rogic hold on to the top here with Messer right there on his bumper? Battle between
Yes,
Hartwell and
looks...
Sailors too, but out of turn number 4, Rogic is going to take the stage here tonight, grabbing the pole and winning the stage. Now, the field is froze, and it's definitely froze now because there is the yellow.
So when the caution gets done being worked here for the stage, I might... It's going to be like 51 laps to go.
Let's see here, 46. Yeah, probably about halfway. Yep, halfway of the race.
Mhm.
Yep. That was the stage. So, yeah, there is a yellow, but that's the stage yellow. All right, so Rogic with the stage win here tonight. Now, I think Rogic is probably going to be one of the guys, you know, we got to watch. And he's not the only one. We've seen how fast Chris was, and I think Chris has got something in his mind here. Ryan Messer there in second. Y'all row. Okay, hang on. Yeah, Rogic with the stage win, Messer second, Paff third, Yarrow fourth, and Hartwell fifth. That is, of course, unofficially the unofficial stage results.
I almost feel like anybody in the top 8, top 11 could possibly win this race, Joshua, though, from just how close that they can be on the short run and everything. So it could, like he talked about, it could come down to a short run. It could be a long run to the finish. You never can tell in racing. So
we're just going to wait for these guys to pit. Now I'm kind of curious on if we're going to see the guys that didn't take tires, if they're going to go ahead and maybe take a set of tires. I think I would. You know, just to be safe. I do know Chris didn't take a set, and it looks like he's going to go ahead and take a set of tires here. So, probably a smart move here about the halfway mark of the race here tonight for the Dave Bush Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series Season 15, round number 6 here at Auto Club, presented to y'all by MaxspeedTV. Rogic off and away here, and I think he got beat out, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, he lost 2 positions.
Yep, Ryan Messer and Jason Cavaney, but I don't think they took tires. So let me go ahead and get Zach back down here real quick and have a chit-chat with him. Zach, bud, real quick, get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, well, you got the stage win here tonight, but, man, it's Auto Club. How did it feel out there? I know a couple of yellows, but how did it feel out there overall?
Oh, crazy. We were going at it, and that was fun. And, yeah, no, just trying to. Well, I was trying to save tire there for a while, then they came back to me, and I was like, all right, let's pick it up. And then if we weren't just going to check up, if you wanted track position, you just had to fight it. So that's what I did, and then put some tires there to get the stage win and keep the point. I think there's a couple in front of me here, but I don't think they're on older tires.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, right up ahead of you. But, you know, we still got over halfway here tonight, buddy. Still a long race to go. You know what needs to be done. I don't have to go over it every week. Zachary, good luck out there, buddy, and congratulations on the pole and winning the stage. Let's see here if you could sweep the race here tonight, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Zachary Rogic. Now it's going to be stages are completed here, so we can go ahead and clear all this. So it looks like we are going to be set at lap 50 when we get green. So not quite the halfway, but halfway.
Yes, indeed, halfway. So I'm not sure if Messer and Cavani took right sides or if they took none at all. But anyway, still they got out ahead of Rongich, who won the stage. So
I don't think they took tires at all. Jason Cavity, a 5.9, and Ryan Messer, a 6.9. Yeah, I don't think they took
they topped
any.
off.
Yeah, I don't think they took any.
Thank you for the insight with the timing and everything there. So I would have just been kept guessing. Chris Paff, up here in 4th position. So Hartwell in 5th. That's going to be the top 5 as they restart.
Yep. All right, we're getting back up here to Ryan Messer and Jason Cavity, row 1, row 2, Rongich, Paff, row 3, Hartwell, Blair, row 4, Sailors, Yarrow, row 5, Deutscher, and Gilmore. That's the top 10. Pace car will once again, there it goes to the safety of pit road, coming into the start zone again once more, and it's going to be, it looks like Ryan Messer in the 16. Yep, green back out once again here tonight for the Dave Bush Symbol Racing Unleashed Cup Series here, lap number 50. One more lap, be at the halfway mark officially, as they will have to complete, of course, lap 100. Already we're seeing some movement. Boy, everybody. Whoa!
Austin walking it up the track there.
26 to get loose. Wow, Cavity. Man.
Hartwell had a jig, and we lost Hartwell down in the RV lot just about, I think.
Trying to find him. There he is.
There he is. He recovered. He's back on track, but I thought he was going to visit some fans in the RV lot, but he just had a big moment.
He wanted to go see Jim Comensberger's family with the Folgers.
Exactly.
He wanted some coffee.
Man, fierce, hard battling.
Man.
We lost a couple of our cream of our crop there.
Yep. 21 blinking out again. That's Deutscher. As Austin gets around him for 3rd. We got Yarrow and Blair back here going at it.
Like you talked about, we're now halfway complete with this race.
Yep.
More aero disturbance with Gilmore and Paff. Paff is kind of fallen a little bit. Don't know. He restarted 4th.
Let's see here. Path is
8th position, I believe.
9th. 8th, 9th, somewhere around in there. Yeah, he's right now showing 9th. He just got passed up by Gilmore, so it looks like Yarrow and Blair. Looks like Blair is going to be right there in that, what is that, Sparco 73? It's a steering wheel.
Yes. Race suits, they do it all. Steering wheels, gloves.
Pretty much everything that has to do with racing, I would assume.
Yep.
All right, up here with Austin and Ryan again. Of course, Deutscher right there on their tail. See a lot of different, 21 pushing up a little bit. Still seeing a lot of different lines. Yeah, he don't do Discord. Oh, Austin hitting the wall. Well, when I say hit, he scraped it. Hitting it would be a totally different, totally different thing. He scraped the wall. But scraping the wall still could become a problem. And 3 wide up here, real quick 3 wide. That did not last but a second. Ryan Messer, Jason Cavity, and Michael Yarrow. Oh, I mean,
maybe Messer may be regretting not taking tires.
Don't know. Ooh, somebody else is blinking. That is, that's Larry.
Yeah, Larry Blair on the 73.
Yep, that would be Mr. Blair there, blinking a little bit. Well, we've got a tandem back here. It looked like a couple of F-16 starting with Chris Paff, Philip Bridgman, Keith Hurlbutt, Kevin Roy. They were all kind of spread out like fighter jets there for a second.
45 laps to go. Everybody still owes us one more pit stop of the evening.
Yep.
Pit window isn't open yet, though, so.
No, oh, by far from that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they've only been out here right now at about 8 laps, so yeah, we still got a little bit for the for the pit window.
Well, the top 3 is in a fierce battle. That's for sure. Longich really trying to control the lead once again here in the early stages of this stint.
Yep, kind of looking through. I mean, there's some battling going on, but most of it, for the most part, is single file. Still a little bit to go, so I don't think you push the issue right now. Robbie Darnell going back here to the 44, started 14th. He's just inside of the top 10 in 10th. Or in 9th, my bad. I'm putting him a spot further back. Sorry, Robbie. Not paying attention. If you don't watch it, he may be in 10th. Philip Bridgman right there. And here comes Chris looking as well. So, Zach Deuscher still trying to figure out a way to get around Rongich here.
Zach goes all the way downstairs in the French straightaway, but he's going to kind of lose the toe from Rongich to Austin there. So Austin's now tucked up behind Rongich in a way, but oh man, somehow finds the space in the hole to get in between. Now Austin's going to cut down and look to the driver left of the 21 machine. Rongich going to see that that's coming and try to go down just enough to prevent that. Deuscher clips the wall ever so slightly, brushing it. Still challenging for the lead, though.
Yep, very, very wide track here. Paff and Phillip, boy, we got a gaggle of cars back here. Wow. 3 wide even.
They're all wanting to get into the top 10, but there's only so many spots to be in the top 10, Joshua.
Up top 10.
Well,
oh, Chris.
They're trying to lean on each other again.
Yep. Chris Paff, Philip Bridgman, the 77 of Kevin Roy. That the 16 up there of Ryan Messer, but yeah, all right here together is where that kind of got stacked up at. Wow. Good save, good knowledge of, track awareness there. I get it out in a minute. And a battle for the lead here too. Austin to the inside of Zachary, and he is going to complete the pass. But Zachary going to look back to the inside. Who's got it at the lines? Austin got it. Barely, but he got it.
Longich got a good side draft, though, right at the start finish line. Oh, might walk up into him, though. This is looking good for Deuscher. He's trying to capitalize on the bottom, take charge of the lead.
And I got
everybody, in a way, loves what they're seeing in front of them.
Yep. Yeah, the more they race it up here, the closer these guys are going to get. So that kind of helps Yarrow and Cavaney, Gilmore, Blair. But, these guys can't race. They're going to have to catch up, then race. If they start racing, then it's, just going to kind of even out,
Well, the pit window for the final pit cycle would open up in about 5 to 6, maybe 7 more laps, Joshua, when anybody would want to try to short pit like we saw some people do for the stage break.
30 to 35 laps on a run. I mean, they've been out here now at about 14. So, yeah, I would say here in about 5 to 10 laps, I think you could probably short pit it and hope for the best.
If you decide to make that strategy, whatever strategy you choose, that's your bed, you got to lay in it. So, but this fierce racing that we keep seeing up here at the front, Yarrow bringing his teal our turquoise teal. Yeah, that's teal. Whatever. Colored car, that Muddy Lion car up here to the front.
Oh, yeah, we can go ahead and look. I think it's teal, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, teal.
Yeah. It's one of the two. Yeah, only 3 GWC attempts if we have to use those. Now, there have been races where they don't have to use them, and there's been races, unfortunately, that they've had to use, 1 or 2. So, it just really all, it'll come down to the end for sure. 38 got a little tight there, and he almost popped the wall there. That's wrongish again. Man. Oh, Coleman-Sperger and Messer battling back here.
Yeah.
Then you've got Paff and Phillip. Man, you got Keith and Robbie. Multiple. Oh, it's not hell. Oh, golly, both motor oils up here. The 26 and the 77 tandem hit the wall. Maybe the 26 knew the 77 was going to hit it and figured he'd drop a little bit of oil to help.
Almost build your own
Whoa! Cavity got loose. We caught that live. He's going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. Jeez. Oh, man, he's still loose, too.
Yeah, once you make the tires scream a little bit, he looks like he might be one of the first takers to try and gamble with the short pitting.
Gotta put him at about 35 laps. So, yeah, that would be right there at the cusp. So, man. Brett. He's putting all his money on the car that wins, and that's how he's doing it. That way he don't lose anybody. Oh, man. Ooh, and Austin getting a little piece of the wall there, too.
Still a fierce battle up the front. Wrongage still in control of this race. Somehow, being able to just be out here out front, commanding this lead, keeping control.
Yeah, still keeping an eye on the top 5. They're still pretty close together here. Wrongage, Deutscher, Sailors, Yarrow, and Gilmore kind of at the tail end here with the top 5. Everybody else still out here. Cavity for getting loose there. He decided to go ahead and take it down pit road. And is that going to hurt him or help him? We don't know, but, yellows. We haven't really, talked about yellows here after the first couple that we've had, and then we had the stage. But yellows could definitely change things, not only for Cavity, but, for pretty much everybody else, too. Do they have a set of tires left? Battle for the lead. Oh, Austin. I think Austin was trying to get Zachary a little loose there, and it didn't work out. He didn't want to wreck him, but he was definitely trying to get him loose there, Will. And I think...
Yeah, that's for sure. Oh, look at Deutscher. He's taking a peek now. Everybody's trying to pounce on Rockets before they make their pit stop, because maybe if you can get the track position before you pit, you don't have to worry about trying to have the perfect pit stop,
Points later.
You still want to try to... Go ahead.
Yeah, points leader coming into tonight's Joseph Cossey, who is not here. That is the point standings coming into tonight. Brett. Battle 1, 2, 3, 4, all up here together. I think Jeff Gilmore, he's sitting kind of pretty right now here in 5th. He's like, all right, well, you know, I've got a bird's eye view of what's going on with them up there, upstairs here. And if something was to happen, maybe I got some reaction time to get around it. But I think the tires really starting to play a factor here with Jeff Gilmore. You can see how that with that steering wheel, you know, inside the car. And hey, as soon as I say it, something happens. Wow. And that was
Austin come across the nose of the 21. What happens here?
I think they make contact. Oh, they're doing a lot
Oh,
of dooring is what they're doing.
Yeah, and we saw that on the onboard with Gilmore.
Yep, let's get a chase view here and turn the camera and kind of look at it here just a little bit. Oh, Austin and the 21. Oh, right there. Oh, that could have played a little bit of net code in that too.
Yeah,
right
but also
there.
drivers getting a bit greedy, trying to side draft one another
Yep.
aggressively here. And that is also the net result too, regardless if net code, they still could have touched at some point if the net code wasn't going to happen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
close
So,
they were getting.
77 coming through that.
Kevin rolling.
Yeah, scraping the wall there. Wow. All right.
It's kind of unfortunate for Jason Cavaney. He was kind of hoping to at least cycle back on the lead lap, but it's going to help everybody who hadn't pitted yet. So it's going to bring everybody down pit road.
Oh, yeah. I remember that, Brett. No such thing as netcode.
I think that's kind of what I say, too. But it happens.
Oh, man. Here we go with that yawning again. I blame Will. He
You
started
started at the... No, okay.
Oh,
I was about to say, you started it this week. Normally it's me.
Yeah. Oh, man. Looks like Byron Bartlett gonna get back on the lead lap here. And Jason Cavity also stayed out. He was only out there at about 6 laps. So I think that might help him save just a little bit more fuel here. So everybody is coming back out onto the racing surface. Rongich, Deutscher, Gilmore, Yarrow, Path, Blair, Bridgman, Hartwell, Coleman-Sperger, Messer, Hurlbutt, DeGay, Moline, Darnell, Chiswick. Looks like Sailors is just coming back out. We got Byron Bartlett and Kevin Roy on pit road in their box here. And Jason Cavity will be back on the lead lap. Gary Wright, Gomez, probably I think will get his lap back because he is right up ahead of the leaders here. So showing him 1 lap down, but I believe he will be able to get his lap back. I think. We'll see how it all cycles through here. Lights are off on the pace car here, Will. So coming to lap 75, I almost said 25. I don't think we want to go backwards.
No, we definitely do not. But we're closing in on 25 laps to go is what you were trying to say, Joshua. So, I don't want to call it a short run, but maybe a medium run to the finish. Here, are we going to have to see those green light checkers get used? Is this going to be the last terrible towel we see? Time is about to do tell.
Yep, now I'm seeing Robbie Darnell. He come down his box or down pit road here, but I don't know if he pitted. If he did, then okay, so he did Oh, wait. Uh-oh. I think he... Yeah, I think he made a boo-boo. He did make a boo-boo. He did make a boo-boo. Oh, no. He's going to have to... He's going to have to come back down. Oh, no. Not the airtime Robbie Darnell wanted. All right, here we go. Lights are off again. Pace car to the safety of pit road. Coming into the restart, or in their case, the start zone here. Zachary Rogic back on the loud pedal. He has been, he's led the most laps here. That cannot be broke. 55 laps under his belt here tonight. Zach Deuscher still looking to lead, you know, a few laps here tonight. Most importantly, the final lap. Jeff Gilmore making a move to the inside, to the top side, back to the middle, down back to... Uh-oh! We got another wreck. Well, I thought we had a wreck, but we don't have a wreck. Somebody got into the wall here. Who was that? Brandon Hartwell. Ooh. No yellow.
No yellow, and they are double wide, a bit just right behind the race leader, battling. Gilmore trying to close in, maybe make a charge himself. Look at Chris Paff back up here inside the top 5.
Yep.
Oh, Bridgman getting a bit loose out of turn number 2. Great car control out of Phillip there. Deuscher losing some spots here on this restart. Maybe this tire not warming up to his liking here. Oh, there was a stack up out of turn number 4. Huge crash.
Oh, big pile up. Oh, and it's going to collect several more. Robbie Keith involved.
Ryan Messer, Austin Sailors. I'm not sure who started it, but Austin maybe got touched or just got bumped.
I think he got
out.
loose.
Yes. Well, Keith was having problems of his own up top.
No, that was Jim that got up into the
wall.
Yeah,
Jim.
Yep. And I think Austin didn't know what was kind of going on and might have just got loose because he got snappy right there, and he tries to save it right up into Keith, right into, I believe that is the 16 of Messer, the 14 gonna get it. The 16. Yeah, and then the 14. Yeah, you're getting ahead of me.
Not bad.
That's all right. And then right there,
and then
Robbie
gets
man.
clobbered.
Robbie.
By Keith coming down the track. Keith's steering's probably broke. You know, he's coming down the track and just nothing, no reaction time. You know, you're coming up to speed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think we can go cockpit here under the replay. Yeah, he's got that almost at a 2 o'clock position here, possibly 3 o'clock position, and yeah, I think his steering is messed up, unfortunately. That we're still under the replay, but we're seeing it. Oh man, tough break for Keith. Unfortunately, that is no fast repair. You know.
Yeah, that's going to probably be the end of the night for a handful of those drivers.
Yeah, no fast repairs, so they're just going to have to either, you know, call it a night or try to get as much of it fixed as possible. But, man, and Robbie, he's got or had some damage. I don't know exactly how bad his damage is. Let's see.
Are they already doubled back up?
No, not yet.
Okay, I got to run and change my oil real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you heard that live here on MaxspeedTV, folks. Oh, gosh. That was hilarious. Kyle Heath out there. Yep. Oh, man. That's that's a good one. Never heard it quite put that way before, but at least he kept it clean that way. I would have just blankly said what I needed to go do. Oh man! All right, well let's get an interview in here, shall we? How about we go ahead and talk to somebody like Mr. Larry Blair here tonight? Larry, man, you got a copy?
What's going on, Josh? How's it going?
Oh, it's going, man. A couple of yellows out here tonight, but it's Auto Club, man. It's fast. I mean, you just got no reaction time when something happens. But, man, talk about it. You know, started 7th. You're kind of running in the same spot. 6th right now, but, you know, in that, you know, general vicinity. We're coming out of the wire here, though, buddy. In about, 21 laps roughly to go. How you feeling, man? What's it going to take at that Sparko 13? Or 73?
I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. My car's got good speed, and I'm able to keep up tonight, and it's got good grip. So we'll see what happens there in the last closing 20 laps.
All right, we're going to let you
enjoy the race.
Yeah, fun race out there. 11 likes so far. 19 right now watching. I think we've had up to like 21 or so. So, hey, man, it's, growing each and every week. So, but looks like you guys are double file already. It doesn't take long to go back green since, iRacing has did their update. So we're going to let you get back to it here coming out of turn number 2, buddy. Good luck down there, and let's see what can happen.
Sounds great.
All right, Larry Blair down there in that. I said 13. The 7 looks really close to a 1 from a distance, but it's actually the 73. All right, well, here we go. Lights are off. Rongich, Gilmore, Yalro, Path, Deuscher, Bridgman, Blair, Coleman'sberger, Mullane, and Darnell. And we are coming back to the green here at lap 81. That will put us at 20 to go.
So we're going to have a 20-lap shootout. Are we going to have another caution? That's what I just said a few laps ago, so you never can tell.
Nope. All right, well, here we go. Lights are off, the car is off, and green back out. Rongich, 61 laps under his belt here tonight. That is going to be 20 to go here tonight, folks, and it's only 8:15 Central Time. So here in about 13 and a half minutes, we get no more yellows, then we will, that's when we'll be done
3
with the
wide
race.
for second place, Joshua.
Yeah, I'm on it. Whoa, 45. Yalro diving it back up into the top, right up ahead of the 22. Get down to the nitty gritty. I think we're going to see a lot more drivers, take chances that, they haven't took early in the race here. But the more they race it up, the further Zachary's going to get. Now, I'm talking about Zachary Rongich and not Zach Deuscher. Deuscher is right here, though, in 4th. So, it's still in striking
that aggression
distance.
level's going to heat up. Blair kind of almost pinched Coleman'sberger in the wall in the entry of turn 1. That's why he was dragging that thing down. So,
if he wrecks my Folger's car, me and Larry's going to have a talk.
well, just really hard racing here. Like he talked about, 19 laps to go, coming to 18 this time back.
Yep.
So,
I think Rongich
Gilmore,
is going to be hard to beat. Rongich is going to have to make a mistake. And I honestly, I don't foresee him making a big one. He has slipped up a few times here tonight, but he hasn't made what you would necessarily call the big one. Rongich, I think, is going to be the guy to beat here tonight. Not saying that these guys, Jeff and Yalro, Deuscher, Paff, Blair, Bridgman, not saying these guys can't catch him. I think it's just going to be difficult to catch him.
And Phillip is on a recovery drive, too.
Yeah.
He was involved in the lap 1 incident. Heck of a drive, come back to be in 7th place at the moment from getting, pinballed, snuffed into the wall.
Ping pong.
Exactly. So.
All right, well, Coleman'sberger, Cavity, Darnell, Hartwell, Roy, Bartlett, Art, Chiswick, that's the top 15 here. Then Sailors, DeGay, that is riding out the 17 drivers on the lead lap and 17 laps to go here tonight. So we'll see here. Now, of course, we have got to say it. You know, again, 3 GWC attempts if it does come down to it. So, you know, it's not over until that white flag does come out. And technically, it's not over until the checkered flag comes out. But after the white, you just race it back to the line. So.
And this top 6 is still pretty racy, so anything can still happen. They're still racy behind the top 7. So
top 7, yeah, back here to fill it. Man, and Rongich getting real close to that wall again. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he almost got sucked in.
Yeah, he almost Larsoned it.
So 15 to go this time by once the race leader gets to the stripe. Yarrow is closing, I do believe, just ever so slightly. They disposed to Gilmore, so Gilmore's trying to claw his way back into the podium, but now Chris Paff setting his eyes on Gilmore, wanting some Miller High Life. Not a bad beverage if you're into that, just saying.
Hey, I've been clean over a year and I ain't going back. But hey, like you said, if you're over 21 and you're into that, hey, go right at it. But, you know, I've been clean and feeling good about it. So, and I don't have no plans of going back either. So.
Chris Paff's got Sour Patch Kids right on his car, so I don't think that would taste too good with beer, though.
Jim Colmansberger here and Jason Cavity doing some battling back here.
Look, you got oil for oil, coffee and motor oil.
Why not?
Robbie, you could build a fishing shack.
Yeah, why not throw some, you know, Hillsboro Feed Company up into that too? Might make you a little slushy or something. Oh, that just made me gag. Oh, Robbie got loose out of 2. All right, going back up toward the front here, 14 to go still, man. They are, oh, jeez.
Osher leading the bottom line progression up to the door of Yarrow, but that's all he's going to be able to get as that outside line momentum's able to be wrapped by Rongich and Yarrow. What's Yarrow going to do? He's not going to do anything at the moment. He's tucked up behind Rongich as Deutscher is going to look towards the bottom. Rongich almost really swirly on corner exit, but that could be because of the disturbance with Yarrow kind of tucked up behind him. Every other lap, Rongich is kind of mixing it up in 3 and 4 every other lap as side-by-side battle trying to happen for second place.
All right, taking a look at it here real quick. Next week, folks, back into that racing here. Texas 201, 134 laps for round number 7. Of course, you can't visit the new website yet. Oh, 21 into the wall. Oh, all right. Got to get that back off there because I'm not used to that.
Yarrow taking a look on the inside of Rongich as this scuffle going on for 3rd place.
Yep.
Gilmore.
Chris. Yep, I think Yarrow got that at the line. He led a lap, but golly, the way they were racing it up back here, I was trying to catch everything, and, well, could only do so much.
Yarrow might lose the lead, or might for sure take the lead. Rongich going to lose the lead, but Rongich now looking for a crossover going into turn 3.
Yeah, look, let's see here if Yarrow's going to be able to get that momentum. And I don't think so. I think Zachary Rongich. Whoa, Yarrow got loose there too, so it's not going to help Yarrow's case. Rongich back up front, Deutscher 3rd, Gilmore, Bridgman, Paff, Blair, a little bit further back here. So let's check on who is that. That is Gilmore, Bridgman, and Paff all right here together, 4th, 5th, and 6th respectively. 10 laps to go here, folks. 10 laps. A lot could happen in 10 laps.
Yes, indeed, Joshua. So, my oh my, they are still going at it up here for the lead, going at it for 4th position on back. Just an absolute great race this week here at Auto Club in the SRU Cup Series.
All right,
Great
door's open,
racing.
and I'm trying to
This-
find my dog. Where is she?
Oh,
Oh, there you are. Okay. I didn't realize the door was open.
it may have been dominated by Zachary Wrongich, but it was an
Yeah.
absolute thriller of a race.
It ain't
in
over,
this closing
though.
9 laps. Oh, no.
No, it ain't
I'm just
over.
saying.
Looks like Deutscher still putting, and you see what Rongich is trying to do is break that draft that you can get.
Yep.
He's trying to break it from Deutscher, but man, Deutscher right there all over it. Deutscher now to the inside. A battle of the sacks up here. Rongich and Deutscher battle for the lead. Yep. They continue to race though. It's going to put Yarrow back in the mix of things, as well as Gilmore and Paff and Phillip too. You know. And here we go with a crossover. Deutscher to the inside. This is going to put it at that 7 to go here when they hit the stripe. Ooh, 21.
Deutscher able to come up off the corner a bit more straighter than the 38.
Ooh, who got that?
But Wongich, well, it was close, whoever got it.
Rongich got it. Wow.
Wongich leads a 73rd lap of asking there, just by probably a fender, as Deutscher has to secede yet again to the back of the 38 coming off of turn number 2.
Tara. At least you bleeped it out yourself. Appreciate that. Oh,
Chris
Yarrow.
Paff looking to take third away from Yarrow after Yarrow having a bad 3 and 4, but not able to get by down the front straightaway here. He's going to still be side by side with him in 1 and 2.
It looks like let's see what happens out of 2 here.
Looks like Chris is just having the straighter car at the moment.
Oh, Chris
and
gonna
he's
slide.
Be able to slide.
Yeah.
Yep.
Slid right up in front of the 45. Wow. All right, hang on for just a second.
Fierce battles up here in the top 6 positions. Deutscher still trying to cope with Wongich, as Chris Paff finds himself now in 3rd position, watching this battle of the Zacks unfold. He goes low with Zach. Yarrow still really high.
All right, 5 to go here. Battle for the lead, man. Oh, man, still. Man, Rongich and Deutscher. And Chris. Here comes Chris.
Yes, Chris is all over the back of Deutscher now, so.
Yeah, I got it. I know you got it. I got it. You got it. Everybody go.
Oh, Deutscher with a slide.
Oh, yeah. That's going to allow Chris to go to the outside here. 4 to go, folks. Chris up to 2nd. All right, we're going to go. Oh, we got it. Yellow. Wow. Oh.
Jason Cabaney and Byron Barlett.
Yep, that's what it lists. Is definitely going to upset the field here. Stack. Ooh, looks right like
They just
that.
had it
Yeah.
coming together.
Yeah. The 9 coming down. It looks like the 26 coming up. Well, I think the 26 might have held his line, and the 9 was doing some door banging there. And, well, when they hit the wall, that kind of course, didn't help the situation any at all. So, Cavity and Byron. Man, all right. Well, let's see. Do you pit? Do you stay out? What do you do in this situation? GWC attempt 1 of 3 coming up.
Well, I just feel like, well, that's a good question, because if you're the leader, you can't really, it's almost too hard to tell what people behind you will be doing, but you want to do what everybody else does in this situation. But I feel, man, I almost want to come in and get fresh tires, but if everybody stays out, you almost, I don't want to say you look like a fool, but man,
All right.
That's so many cars to try to pass, you know?
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat here. Some people saying if you're in the back, come down pit road. If you're, if you're up front, stay out. So what do you do if you're mid-pack? Do you come down pit road? Do you stay out? What do you do? Looking at Chris here. No. Whoa!
Oh, Yarrow, Gilmore,
Yeah. Wow.
Bridgman, Kevin Roy.
Let's see here. There's Phillip in the 5. Looks like Kevin Roy, yeah, Jim Colbensberger, Robbie Dardell, Austin Sailors, Terry DeGay, Brandon Hartwell. A lot more drivers coming down than what I thought would.
Oh, most certainly. The next question is, are they going to have enough time to make the fresh tires work? I most certainly think they will because of how offset, you're going to be going up against 20-plus lap older tires.
Well, Eric, fresh tires here, I mean, that's going to be a big key. If they've got if they've got a set of tires left in the pits right now and these top guys did not come out, I'll bank my money on the fresher tires. I put my money on those any day. Because if they can get it going and get, because it's only going to take about a half a lap here to get some heat built up, just enough to get going. In 2 laps, you're going to be flying around this thing. So, we'll see what happens. Rogic, he's been the class of the field. I mean, he's been up front for 78 laps. I'm not saying that it ain't possible for Zach to hold everybody off, or Chris, or Deutscher, but I would put my money, even in 3 laps here at Auto Club, I'd put my money on fresh tires. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good start.
We saw the advantage, that fresh tires kind of got you during the pit sequence, or pitting early, right? Kind of got you kind of track position during our stage, right before the stage break, right? We saw drivers kind of short pit there. And the speed that they gained are the time that they were able to make up with fresh tires compared to the ones that stayed out longer.
Yeah.
So fresh tires mean so much.
Let's see here. 27, 27, 27. The top 6, 27 laps. Jason Cavity, 21. Everybody else from 8th on back, except for Rick Adams and Byron Bartlett, who's on pit road. Everybody else, 1 or 2 laps. So, man, we're going to see we're going to see these guys with fresh tires come flying up through this field. Now, they're going to have to get a good start. Yeah, they're going to have to get a good start. That is exactly what, who said that? Eric, I believe it was. They are going to have to get a good start.
Nobody wants to spin the tires here. If any of the front runners start to spin their tires, it's just going to congest your lane that you're restarting in. That's just going to congest you back even further. So.
Yep. Big shout out to Dave, buddy. We miss you as always. Wish you were out here with the guys at A-Bush Sim Racing Leash Cup Series Season 15, Round 6 here at Auto Club. Coming to the first green-white checkered attempt here tonight. And guess what? Green is out. The 21, 38, 22 on the loud pedal. That's the top 3. Now everybody's gone. So now we've got to get to the white flag. That is going to be the kicker. Got to get to the white flag.
So looks like they're going to make it safely through 1 and 2.
No! Nope. Yellow's out.
On corner exit.
Yep. Austin Sailors and... Oh, no! Jim! Oh, man. All right. Well, there's the 14 right there, too. That is Terry DeGay. So it looks like, oh, man, Austin wiggle here. Huge wiggle as he was coming out of 2.
Yeah, that transition
Yeah.
from corner exit to trying to get it back on the straightaway.
And
It's just going to bobble there and
Ooh.
walk right up into the Folgers can.
I mean, I'm going to call it net code. Brett's going to say there's no net code, but, you know, they would have touched regardless. However, both of them into the wall. Looks like the Gay also going to get a piece of it. Oh!
Gary Wright gets a piece of it.
Yep, Gary Wright going to get a piece of the rear end of the 43. And, oh, Keith! Nowhere to go for Keith. Plows right into the 43. Oh!
So we are going to get green light checkered attempt number 2.
Yep. Getting set for dose here tonight. I'm going to set that back up. Sailors is taking it behind the wall here. Net code. Yep. Net code. I thought you said there was no such thing as net code there, Brett.
Some drivers that may not have been able to get a top 10 most certainly will get a top 10 tonight.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. I'm always trying. Some people say I'm too nice, but, you know, just a nice guy. Yep, Sailors is out. Coleman'sberger and Bartlett on pit road here. Let's see here. There is Jim. There's Bartlett. We got Darnell also still on pit road. Well, Robbie's only been down here for about 13 seconds, so we'll see here how long he stays down. But, you know, did Jim have to tow? He's been on in his box coming on about 2 minutes. Byron at about 6.5 minutes, roughly. Still anybody's race, though. I was about to say anybody's ball game, but... Touche, Eric. Oh, man. I don't know where my brother disappeared to. All right. Well, lights are still on, but they should go off this time, I would assume. Yep, lights are off, Will.
Oh, yes, indeed. We are going back green flag racing for one more attempt at a green light checkered. We do have another one in the closet, but we don't want to open that door just yet.
No, right now the door's only cracked a little bit.
Yep.
If they get another yellow... Yeah, if they get another yellow, it's going to swing wide open, unfortunately.
So Rongich and Deutscher, the battle of the Zags, is going to be the front row on this restart. Chris Paff in third. We've seen that inside lane be able to get up and go a little bit better than the outside this evening on almost all these restarts, except for really one I have to call back to if we can remember right. So what is... can Deutscher match Rongich's pace in the restart area whenever they go back green? You know, can Larry Blair? He's going to be restarting behind Deutscher. Can he get up there and give the 21 a bump? You know what? What's all Art? You know, he started in 13th. That was one of the picks in the comments earlier. You know, at the start. So
Eric picked him. He said he's rooting for the person who started 13th, and that's Art. He finds himself at 6th. So. I mean, it's anybody's race. You know, Chiswick, Art,
First person with fresh tires is Philip Bridgman in the 5, then Kevin Roy in the 77. So,
all right.
Did that caution kind of help him move up a couple of positions? Maybe, but...
We're about to find out. Rain's out. Here we go. Not to interrupt you there, but, you know.
No. Yep.
You know, as the song says, they just got to get a rhythm.
Yeah, get rhythm.
And whoa! We're gonna go 4 wide back here. Oh no! Here we go again. 15-26. Art involved in that. 26 popping a wheelie there. Wow. No
That
yellow.
was some wacky racers right there coming off of the final corner to get the white
And
flag in the air.
white flag in the air, 1 to go. The 26, though, that was Jason Cavity. Wow. He became a four-wheeler.
Glacier approaching the back of Rongage, but he's got Chris Paff. They're going to be
Yep.
almost 3 wide coming off a corner exit. Chris
No.
Paff now door to door with the race leader.
And Chris ain't going to give up that spot. Here comes the 73 of Blair. Bump it,
Oh, they
bang
touch,
it.
they touch.
They're touching. They're going into 4 out of 4 here momentarily. Who is it going to
3
be?
wide.
Almost 4 wide. We are wrecking. I think Chris got
Chris
that.
Paff won the race backwards.
Chris got it.
Chris Paff won the race backwards, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. All right, let's
4
rewind
wide
this.
coming to the line. Yeah, about almost 4 wide with Larry on the bottom.
Yeah.
They were beating and banging through 3 and 4.
Right.
Zach comes down. Oh, my goodness.
Man, yeah, 4 wide. There's Larry, and yep, Larry goes across the grass, and right there, backwards, is Chris Paff winning it here tonight with Larry Blair. He is going to grab a second, though. Wow.
Are you serious?
It's unofficial, but let's get on Larry here. And we'll give this camera a little turn if we can. And rewind it a little bit further here. And pause it. Turn it. Yeah,
Wow.
he did.
That's
Wow, he did. Barely.
I'm like Kyle Petty speechless right now.
Man.
Oh, man, what a heart. Man, he got second. Oh, my goodness.
Jeez. All
Just
right.
calamity coming to the stripe.
Yep. All right, well, let's get a rewind here. I know he was looking at that replay there for a while, but we had to figure out exactly what, was kind of happening down there. And we did see Mr. Paff here burn it up here. Go ahead and start it. And there he goes, burning it up. We'll catch it. Grabbing it into victory lane here tonight with Larry Blair in second, Zachary Rongich third. All right, well, let's get the top 3 down here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. Hang tight. We will be right back. All righty, folks, we are back. I've caught up with the top three here tonight. Let's go ahead and pull the 38. Boy, the 38 was ready to rock and roll already. We wasn't even ready.
Yeah, that's answering questions.
Yeah, he was already ready to answer questions and get the interviews going here tonight. But, man, Zachary, 85 laps under your belt here tonight. Now, I know it was crazy there at the end. We'll get to that here in just a bit. But, man, talk about it. You dominated the race out here tonight. You led 85% of the race. You started first. You won the stage. Talk about the runs out there here tonight, the yellows, and then, well, we've got to talk about those, GWC attempts, the first one, and then, of course, the second one here, buddy. Mike's yours.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought race. With the whole season, I've had a good car, I feel like, everywhere, and got caught up in a few unfortunate stuff, and or I called strategy wrong, and so this race, I flipped it. I did it entirely differently, and I was just trying to stay in front, and did that for the most part. For that first green right checkered, I thought I had it because we were spread out enough to where I could start taking away air, and it was working. But it's hard to tell because like I got past a couple times, and then I could get by them. So I don't know if I was the fastest car or who was or whatever. But it was hard fought, just trying to keep track position.
Yeah.
That first green white checkered, I thought I had him because I had a good restart and I had a pretty good gap, and I thought it'd be enough I thought we'd definitely be racing into 3 on the final lap, just like we were here. But I feel like I had a gap where I could keep it for well over a lap, and then the caution came out and reset it. I was just more so worried about where the guys with fresh tires, how far they moved up, and they really didn't. So I thought I was in a good spot, and I don't know what the heck Chris did on that last turn and turn 1 and 2 in the last lap, because he got a heck of a run, and I was like, oh, I'll clear him off of here, and he just stayed there. I was like, all right, here we go, door to door, and just stayed as tight as I could his door, because if I go too high and trying to get a run, he might be able to cut my nose on the exit. So I was just trying to stay as close as I could to him, keep him down there, and then some stuff happened outside of me. It is what it is. It's racing. We're all going for it.
Yeah, mayhem ensued there at the end for sure. But, hey, third place, man, not too shabby. Good points tonight, bud, definitely. Coming into tonight back, in the tied for the 8th spot with Kyle Munson. Unfortunately, he didn't have the best of night here, so you are probably going to take over that spot away. Gary wasn't here, so probably another spot you're going to be able to pick up. We'll see how that all works out going into, of course, next week at Texas. How do you feel about Texas?
Texas is good. I prefer the old one. I do like, I prefer the old one, but I do like the turns 1 and 2. There's a way I drive. It's almost kind of similar to California because it's so wide, but it's really a single lane. If you're getting tight, you can go up high, but just keep the car underneath it, keep it on the bottom, and you'll be fine. But yeah, it's a good track. Hopefully it's able to pull away more. I feel like in this race, every time, so I'd get the run off the corner, and as soon as I would shift, it just stopped the run. Because I was shifting all race, and then they would just get back to me by the time we got to the entrance. So, yeah, fun race.
Oh, yeah, definitely fun. You can't, I know you probably wanted to get the sweep out here tonight as always, but hey, don't beat yourself up too bad, man. It looks like the car got beat up there at the end. So go get it fixed. Get ready for Texas next week, buddy. Awesome job out here tonight. We can't take it away from you. Final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate. Get ready for Texas.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who raced. They raced super clean, super hard. We gave each other just enough room, and shout out you guys. You guys put on a good broadcast. I'm finally on the podium. I can finally talk to you guys. I hear you guys saying my name in the broadcast, and so it's good to get in here and talk to you guys, and it'll be fun to watch this one back.
Oh, yeah, it was a great race out there. Yeah, a few hiccups out here tonight, but it's fast track, man. It's kind of like a short track racing, but here it's wide, it's fast, no reaction time. Y'all, like you said, they really didn't get separated, so therefore, it was pretty action-packed. So, hey, go celebrate, watch your broadcast, get ready for Texas, man, and, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, see y'all.
Thank you, man. All right. Well, that was Zachary Rogic here into that third spot. Let's get down here to our P2 finisher here tonight in that. Well, it's backwards. There we go. I got to rewind it. Boy, his car is definitely destroyed out here tonight, Will. Oh, man. Larry Blair coming in with a P2 spot in the Sparko Destroyed 73 here coming down to the end here. But, Larry, man, talk about it. It was hard-fought racing. You did start, inside of the top 10, outside of the top 5 and 7th. But it had to come down to the 2 GWCs. But, man, talk about the overall racing out here tonight. How did it feel?
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate everybody that finished, and congratulate Chris on the win there. That was a pretty amazing finish for the 4 of us there at the end. But overall, the race, I thought it went great. My car had good grip all night. It handled real good. I got loose a couple of times coming out of 2, but that seemed to be the trouble spot for everybody on the track tonight coming out of 2. So all in all, I thought it was a great race.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of battles out there. Me and Will were up here looking at the battles. Some battles we really couldn't, there's battles up front, mid-pack, and in the back, and, we could only look at so much, but there was battles throughout the whole thing. Couple of yellows out here tonight, but, that's just hard racing. Yeah, it seemed like out of turn 2, man, and out of 4 even, I noticed that a few drivers were, popping that outside wall. Was that just how it got tight coming out of 4?
I believe so, and then I don't know how the temperature went throughout the race. I don't know if it went up or the track temperature dropped or whatever, but that has a lot to do with it through the race, how the track temperature raises and lowers. So some guys will think that it's their tires that are getting out of the pits. Well, this second set feels different than the first set. It's because the track temperature's changing all throughout the race.
Oh,
But
yeah. Now, just got done looking at it here. The track temp, I believe, did drop. It's only 83 degrees. So, yeah, throughout the race, it did drop. We had some cloud cover out there, too, on certain parts of the track. So, that could have played a factor throughout the race. So, let's talk about those green and white checkered attempts there, man. It got wild out there. Everybody's gunning for it. You got the pit stops in the first one. And then, of course, it really came down to, who was going to be able to, get the runs. But it seemed like, even those guys with the fresher tires just could not seem to really get up there. And then we had, of course, that second one. And then mayhem ensued there out of 4. Talk about them.
Well, it's going to take a lap or 2 on this track, this side of the track, to get the cars up to race pace. And some guys are going to have trouble with turn 1, and the tires might be a little cold and not got potential grip that they can produce. So they get loose and have trouble coming out of 2. And then the next lap, most of the time you're good to go. Tires are up to pressure, and you can hold it to the floor and go.
Yeah.
But, I started on the outside in the second row, both those green-white checkered attempts, and I got a good run out of turn 2 and just was real easy with my throttle control coming out of 2, and got good runs. And even if that first green-white checkered, if it would have went through and we'd have finished the race, I still think I'd have finished. I had a top 3 car because I got a good run and was up in third. And when that first caution happened, the first green-white checkered attempt, and then the second one, I've done the same thing, started on the outside second row and got the good run coming out of 2 and was able to stay up there to the end.
Well, the mayhem ensued there out of 4, man. There was I didn't know who got second because of the way it kind of, you were going through the grass and we had 3 on the track. And so I had to go back and look at it, and you grabbed second unofficially in the grass.
Yeah, I didn't know where I was at. So when I know, the 21 came down and got into my right side there before we got to the line, and I didn't know where I was going to finish, so I just held my foot in it, and just wherever I was going to finish is where I finished.
Well, awesome job out here tonight, man. It looks like you're going to have to take that car behind the wall and get that whole front end repaired here. Looks like the driver's side tires broke.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of work to do this week on it. It'll be ready for next Sunday, though.
Well, next Sunday night, Texas, buddy. How do you feel about Texas?
I'm pretty excited about it. It's one of my favorite tracks, so I like about all the 1.5 mile tracks and the bigger tracks.
Okay, all right. So 1.5 miles, the mile tracks, and then of course, the bigger ones, super speedways, basically. So
Yeah, we should be seeing lap times 29s, 30s, 31s next week at Texas, and then probably a couple seconds fall off before we get to the stage breaking stuff. But all in all, it should be a good race. SRU always puts on good races.
Yep.
I've been a member of the league since, well, 2 years now, pretty much. Well, November was 2 years, and it's been great racing since I've been a part of it. So,
Yeah, it's a great league, and I've been a part of it for quite a while now. So, everybody's been great over here, allowing me to call these races and always look forward to Sunday nights because it starts early and ends early. So, that's what I like about it. And, of course, great racing, too. So, great fans out there as always. But, we're not going to keep you here any longer, Larry. Awesome job out here tonight, buddy, on a P2, man. Final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate?
yeah, I just want to thank all the guys in the league for coming out, showing up to race week in and week out. There's a lot of us been in here a long time. We all race together. We consider each other like a little, our league family in SRU here. And like to thank my wife, my boys, and like to thank all the guys I race with over at Little Pine Cartway. Let me race with them over there on Saturdays in our kart racing program. So looking forward to that and looking forward to more SRU racing this year.
All righty, buddy. We'll go celebrate your P2 here tonight, man, and we will see you next week.
Awesome.
Yep.
See you guys.
See you. All right. Well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight, as his wife said down there in chat here. About dang time.
Yeah, right.
No.
I've been close too many times, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, let's talk about it, Chris. Awesome car out there tonight in that Go Sour Patch car. One without a fight for sure. You want it backwards, but hey, it's a win's a win, right? So, kind of talk about it here, man. The overall race, the battles you had to endure here, throughout the night. And, of course, the mayhem there in, GWC 1 and 2 here, especially the end of 2, to finalize the race. Chris, I'm going to turn the mic over to you, bud.
And I started, I didn't put down the lap that I felt like I could have done in qualifying, but the track was hot, man. I mean, I think I think the track tip was like 106, 107. And we ended up finishing. I mean, the track cooled off like over 20 degrees, 25 degrees. I mean, that's crazy. Like the longer the race went, the better that I felt. The car just got better and better every time I put on a set after the stage. Better restarts. I wasn't really too great on those. I'd lose a little bit. I mean, I think I hit it on that last one. These GWCs, man, you got to be like, it is old tires versus new tires. You're worried about people coming from the back. How, what are they going to do? You're worried about people around you. You're worried about the cars, staying hooked up. And I mean, it just worked out. It worked out. At the end, I don't hold no ill will on, banging it up at the end. We're coming to the checkered, man. Honestly, I expect that. That's probably the way these races are just going to play out when it comes down to GWCs like that. It's all about whoever can get the momentum, and you try to prevent the other guy from winning. It's all about winning.
Yeah, and these wins, man, when you get them, one win's hard enough to get, but it seems like when you get the win, get that first win out of the way, they do start to come a little bit more, but it's still hard to win. I mean, regardless. A lot of competition here at SRU. I mean, throughout the field. I mean, you got
way too much.
Yeah, way too much competition.
We were short tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Gary wasn't out here. Joseph wasn't here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're missing a lot of guys that would probably, be up front. I don't know what's went on with Merrick. Well, Merrick Watchorn ain't been back in a couple weeks. I mean, there's plenty of guys that have came in this league or are still in this league that are super fast. I mean, it just depends on the track. I mean, I thought I was going to get more wins too when I got my first one at Texas last season, but it don't go that way. It did not work out.
No, and you don't know when that first win's going to come. It may come at a track that you least expect to get a win, like Bristol.
Right. Exactly.
So you have no idea. I mean, it could come at a road course. You might not be good at a road course, and you still might get the win there. So you just don't know. I mean, it'll come when it comes. But, you got it out of the way here tonight. Wild finish there at, GWC attempt number 2. I mean, backwards. I've seen it all, I think. Even upside down, blown engines, backwards. Haven't seen it yet on the side, so still waiting for that. Now, don't you do
there's
it
plenty
next
opportunity
week.
for that.
Don't you do it next week, but, you
Okay.
know, if it happens, it happens. However, talking about Texas, next week is Texas.
Yep.
So how do you
I
feel
got my
about
first
it?
win.
Yeah, yep.
I mean,
so,
I like it. I feel great. I'm confident as of right now. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. You know, iRacing's pushed out some updates, and it seems to be working in my favor with this new dynamic track state with, you know, track temps and the tires and the model and how it works out. It seems to play into my hands with the way the car and the way the setups work. So I feel great right now. I mean, I may be regretting that come a week from now. And when I'm in there, it may not be, you know, anywhere close to what it was last season. So
yeah.
we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what the track temp looks like. If it starts hot, you know, it's not going to be a lot of grip. People are going to be sliding. If it's not, then I mean, we'll be gripped up and people will be flying around there.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, I hate to put the pressure on you, but you know, you're looking to go, you know, back to back. I know one race at a time, but this one's over. Now you got to worry
Yeah,
about Texas. So
Don't do that. Don't do that to me, Josh.
well, if
Okay,
I
I just want clean runs, man. At this point in the season, this long season, you know what I mean? I want clean runs. If I like, I'm glad that I got this win. I didn't honestly know that I got it. I couldn't tell anything. I mean, I'm coming, you know, I'm facing traffic coming
Yeah.
as we cross the finish line, so I had no clue. I mean, it's really kind of a shock. Uh, yeah, man, I'll take it. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
I just want clean runs. Want to have a good time, hang out with the guys.
all right, since you don't want me to put the pressure on you, I'll tell Tara to put the pressure on you.
There you go.
All right,
That's it.
All right, well, we'll just go with that. So Tara, you heard it here. So
Yep, got it.
awesome win out here tonight, Chris. Man, got it out of the way finally. You know, it took 6 rounds, but hey, you got it. It's out of the way. Now you can let the stress level kind of lower just a little bit. Texas next week. Final thought, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your victory here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, man. I just want to shout out the teammates. We were kind of down and underperforming out here tonight. It was only Keith and me that carried the banner. I think Keith got collected in that big wreck. I hate to see that happen. I hope my
Yeah.
other 2 teammates they get back. I need them to. I'm gonna need somebody else to win. You know, I can't be the only guy up here holding the banner and carrying the flag. Somebody else has got to get up here to help me out. I need some more people to get elbow with. Yeah, I'm excited about Texas. So we'll see how that goes next week. I got to appreciate everybody in this league, man. Robbie for running it and doing all the stuff that he has to deal with while working, you know, a freaking daytime job, 5 days
Yeah.
a week, 6 days a week, 7 days, hell, every day is a work day, depending on, you know, what your circumstances and family stuff. So everything these guys do, I mean, they don't make us pay a dime for anything in here. They just ask us to come race. So that's the least that I think I could do. Give a shout out to Dave, man. I don't know if Dave's watching, if he's out there, or if he's still, you know, kicking around and stuff. But if he's out there, hey Dave, I miss you, brother. Shout out to the wife, of course, for letting me do this. I mean, if it really wasn't, if she tells me no, that's probably what's going to have to end up happening. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I appreciate her letting me come out here and live a inner child dream and thinking I'm a race car driver. So other than that, man, that's about it. Appreciate you and Will and the broadcast, everything y'all do. It's great stuff.
All righty, Chris. Yeah, thank you, bud. Appreciate those kind words there, bud. Go celebrate your victory here tonight. Have some cold ones if that's your thing. If not, have a cold soda.
Already
coffee.
got one.
Oh, okay.
Already got one, putting it back, man.
Oh, all righty, Chris. Well, you go do your thing, bud. Go celebrate your victory here tonight. We'll see you next week at Texas.
All right, Josh. Appreciate you.
Yep, you too, bud. All right, Chris Paff for grabbing the win out here tonight at Auto Club. Well, Will, I got to say, that was an amazing race out here tonight. It could have been worse, but hey, I mean, these guys really were able to hang on to it when they did get loose, and we didn't have any, like, I guess you could call the big ones here, so everybody.
We had a big one at the end.
Well, that's at the end. I'm talking about. I'm talking about at the in the race itself.
Yes, it was a heck of a barn burner. It may have been dominated by that 38 machine driven by Zachary Rongich, but that does not mean it was a snooze fest by no means. He was in control of this race for a good majority of it, like we just alluded to, and it turned out to be a heck of a thrilling finish, a barn burner, like I said, here at Auto Club, reminiscent to an IndyCar finish here, the last either the last or the second to last open wheel race ever held here at Auto Club. It was a similar finish. But anyway, yes, forward on to Texas next week. That mile and a half normally can provide some good racing, even though, like what they alluded to, it's a single lane track. But Texas, it's a tricky mile and a half. But yes, tonight was fantastic, Joshua, if I had to say so myself.
Yeah, probably one of the best Auto Club races, and I say that a lot at Auto Club, but I mean, it's the truth. Auto Club always produces great racing, and this is probably one of those at the top. Usually it doesn't, consist of a huge wreck at the end, but, nevertheless, still a great race, and everybody finished after the white flag, so that, helped out that situation there a little bit more. So great racing by these guys here tonight, as always, here at Auto Club. Chris Paff grabbing the win out here tonight in the unofficial results, pitting the admin stuff they have to do here this evening. Larry Blair there in second. And Zachary Rongich in third, but it was close because Zach Deutscher was right there too. Philip Bridgman fifth, Robert Trizik sixth, Brandon Hartwell seventh, Michael Yalrow in eighth, Jeff Gilmore ninth, and Robbie Darnell 10th. Terry DeGay in 11th, Gary Wright in 12th, Kevin Roy 13th, Jason Kaveen 14th, Art Moline 15th, Gomez in 16th, Austin Saylor 17th, Jim Coleman-Sperger in 18th, Rick Adams 19th, Byron Bartlett 20th, Keith Hurlbut 21st, Ryan Messer 22nd, and Kyle Munson unfortunately had to, take his car about, behind the wall at about 3 laps or so into the race, I believe it was, or 77 laps or something like that. I know it was quite early in the race here tonight. So Kyle, unfortunately, didn't have the race he wanted to have here tonight. But, hey, there's always next week at Texas. And as always, a big shout out to, all the fans out there that tune in each and every week. We had a good turnout here tonight as well. Tara and Brandon, Sheets out there not racing, but still out there in chat. Keith was out there racing, but he's in chat here. Eric W. out there, my brother. Brett Cool, Drive for Diabetes Awareness. Great to see him as always. Jason Adams, Kyle Heath joining us here tonight as well. Brendan Kennedy, my brother, was even out in chat, and he just all of a sudden disappeared. Robbie Stewart out there as well, not racing here tonight. Hopefully we see him back out on track next week as well. And, of course, like they said, too, missing several drivers out here tonight. If I missed anybody here tonight, I do appreciate, all of y'all tuning in, too. And, and of course, as always, Will, glad to have you up here, call of these races. Texas, that should be fun, too.
Yes, I appreciate you letting me, join, be in the booth with you, Joshua. It's a pleasure getting to work with you each and every week here on Sundays. And yes, Texas, it's sure to be, I expect, just as exciting as tonight's Auto Club race was.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I think it will. Texas is a great mile and a half. It was, Texas, I don't know, Robbie's actually chat here tonight. He can confirm new or old Texas next week. But, yeah, Robbie, great race out here tonight, as always, man. It was fantastic. So, we're looking, forward to, seeing next week at Texas. Same time, same place, same people. If, everything works out, we might have somebody else up here, too, my brother. It depends on if he can make it or not, but we'll see what happens. So there may be 3 of us up here, Will. You never know. So, but thank you, everybody, for tuning in here tonight on MaxspeedTV. A big shout-out to Dave, buddy. As always, we miss you. We wish you were out here racing or at least in Discord or something. We'd love to hear from you. But, thoughts and prayers with Dave, as always. Big shout-out to Darnell and, of course, all the admins over here at SRU and, of course, all the fans. But until next week, folks, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.